So we're starting here in mount position. This is the anti-gravity armbar drill, okay? The details that we're looking for, we're trying to get our hips up into the armpit, okay? That's what we want. We want our hips up in their armpit, okay? So as my partner goes to shrimp, that's my first opportunity to slide my hips under this near side armpit. I'm turning my leg over into S mount. I'm not gonna fall back. I'm deep hooking. I'm leaning forward and I'm clearing the head. Ah, look, he defends, okay? There's some art to this, right? Because I actually want him to block this leg. That's fine. Now, as he turns back into me to clear his elbow line, this is my opportunity to come up on top. So I'm deep hooking over the top. I'm leg curling. And now I've lost my hips in my partner's armpit, but I have access to the new near side. So I'm moving my hips to that new near side, curling and turning the corner. This is the halfway point. I could lock up a triangle here, but we're deep hooked already. We're gonna come around the head and we're gonna finish. There's a nice neck crank you can put on your partner here. Okay, this is what Eddie Bravo does to me when I'm in his spider web, okay? He gets in spider web and then he gets here and then he doesn't even try to fight your arms. He just starts pulling your spine back and then that makes you want to tap. You guys see that? Okay, so one more time. Full mount, he turns, S mount, coming over the top, he defends, coming back, switching, halfway, clear the head, leg curl, finish. Okay, that's anti-gravity armbar drill. Okay, just getting our hips moving. So we just did the anti-gravity. Now we're gonna do the armbar drill with gravity. Okay, with gravity, gravity is gonna help you, but it's also gonna fight against you. It's gonna help you by fighting against you, just like a heavy weight does when you're lifting weights, okay? You gotta have the right technique, all right? So my partner's gonna be in my guard. The beginning of all rubber guard has everything to do with these two things. Keeping my legs behind my partner's elbows, so he cannot pull his elbows out. Okay, do you guys see that? It has nothing to do with my closed guard. I want to keep my legs in front, or rather behind my partner's elbows. When he goes to pull his elbows out, look, there's an easy way to think about this. I have double underhooks with my legs. I have leg double underhooks, right? If I let my partner at will pull his elbows under, now he has double underhooks. That's bad. You know how pummeling works. So I'm gonna keep my double underhooks with my legs. I'm gonna control my partner's spine. I'm gonna open my guard, but keep my underhooks. Put one foot on my partner's hip, okay? I'm gonna keep controlling the spine, and I'm gonna dive underneath for my partner's leg, okay? What's keeping me in my angle for my partner squaring back up with me is I have a push-pull between hooking on the leg and extending right here. The one thing I don't want my partner to do is to pull this elbow free, okay? Or he could drive it back in, but I really don't want him to pull it out. I'm keeping his elbow in front of my leg. Again, this is the secret to all dead orchards and all rubber guard techniques, okay? I'm keeping the elbow in front of my leg. I've cut my angle. I still have my partner's posture controlled, okay? Look, I've reached the halfway point. My knee is over my partner's shoulder and I'm collecting. One big detail here. I have to keep my leg curl strong. My leg curl being strong keeps my hips engaged. If I lose my leg curl, he'll posture up and he'll pull his elbows free, okay? If I keep my leg curl, as he postures up, he pulls me up with him. This is why we're practicing Granby's, by the way, because we're getting up on our shoulders. Even if he stacks up all the way, I don't care, I'm right here with him. But I have to be able to get up on my shoulders to do that. Does that make sense? Right? So I'm cutting my angle. Boom. All right. If my partner defends here, I'm going to do the same sequence. I'm going to switch, come over the top, and hit the armbar on the other side as soon as he defends. Okay? So one more time. Breaking my partner down, controlling, keeping my underhooks with the legs, foot on the hip, diving for the knee, cutting my angle here. Slowly working my rear leg up, 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 up until I cross that shoulder line. I'm at the halfway point. Getting on that wrist, clearing the head. First armbar. Partner defends and pulls his arm out. I travel backwards, clear the head. I dive for the far side leg and I move my hips to the near side arm pick. I clear the head again and I get the second armbar. Right? If I was to sweep my partner and come up on top, then I'd be at the end of the first drill. Does that make sense? So we're doing the exact same thing we just did, but we're doing it with gravity working against us. So technique must be even better. Like, we want to really control our space, you know what I mean? Some of the space we need to get into, and we want to keep that control, right? So like, one thing that I'm thinking about here is that when I commit to cutting my angle here, holding onto this underhook on the leg, this is not really ever gonna hurt me. You know, this is holding my space open. The rest of it is my leg mechanics, right? So I'm at the halfway point, I'm at the arm bar, I'm at the omoplata, he postures up, and I'm coming through the K. Okay, or the reverse 50-50. Now look, right here, this is something that we're missing, okay? My legs are still separated. I would like to triangle them if I can. This is a lot like honey hole, okay? It's gonna be a little hard to see, but maybe if, yeah. What I can do here is I can take my inside leg, I can drop it down to his knee, and I can kick his knee out. And then triangle nicely here. Does everyone see that? Okay, so if he's crowding me, yeah, and I can't get my feet together, it's just like honey hole, but everything's backwards, right? So I'm extending and locking right there. Now I got a nice triangle, okay? When we bend the leg, the next most important thing is to get on these toes. We gotta go collect those toes and immediately bring them back into our ribs. One mistake I see a lot is we keep elbow high and we try and heel hook like this with elbow high. This is bad. You guys see it? Okay? He will very easily foot slip his way through that. Okay? So, when I bend his leg and I get on those toes and I bring those toes into my body, now I can come up under the heel in many different ways. I can come wrist up, wrist down, false grip, strong grip. I have a lot of different ways to come under that foot once I get it under control. When he's up here, I gotta get those toes, suck them down into my rib cage, and then get under that foot. Now I got everything together. And it's a extending while rolling belly down type finish. His knee can't handle that. It stops right there. Okay? Once you get on the toes in the bite, he no longer wants to backstep. It doesn't feel good to him anymore to backstep. The next thing he's gonna try and do is separate my feet. If he can separate my feet, he might be able to recover or attack me. So that's one of the reasons why this triangle is very important. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Full guard, underhook. Even if I miss the first attack, the second attack, I'm still in on the third. Open up my triangle, bend, collect the toes, and start turning belly down. You guys got that?